About Wahi, we think the first revelation of Wahi began in the Ghar of Al-Hira when Jibreel alayhi salam told the Prophet Iqra. Like this is what's known, but this is not true. In fact, before that, the Wahi began.
He was interacting with Gabriel in the cave.
There you go.
I heard when he came out of the cave, he wasn't sure whether it was Gabriel or whether it was a demon. And then his wife and his cousin told him, oh no, that was Gabriel.
Nice. Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, if you have never been revealed to a message, you don't know what's going on, right?
Exactly.
So, you know, he was concerned, maybe I'm losing my mind.
That's right.
But then the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah put around him those people that would console him, like his wife Khadija.
Yeah.
And then when Gabriel started coming more often, he told him, I'm Gabriel, I'm bringing the message to you.
The Prophet ﷺ, he did not worship idols. He was never a mushrik. He never worshipped idols, and he was with some other people like Zayd ibn Amr ibn Nawfal and Waraq ibn Nawfal and others who were also people of Tawheed.
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagans, right?
That there is a Ghar of Hira, and this is where Rasulullah ﷺ used to go and meditate. And he used to make dua, and he used to make adhkar, and he used to make salah in the way that Allah revealed to him from what they knew from Ibrahim alayhi salam and so on. Meaning from Ibrahim alayhi salam and so on. From Ibrahim alayhi salam and so on.
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagans, right?
Abu Dharr al-Ghifari radiallahu anhu, he asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when did you realize that you were destined for prophet, for nabuwwah? So the Prophet ﷺ told him himself. This is Sahih Marfu', and he's from the Prophet ﷺ himself. He said, I saw two angels in the form of men. They are in the shape of men. One of them in the sky, and one of them came to me next to me on the earth. And the one said to the other one, he said, is he the one? The other one said, yes, he is the one.
He was interacting with Gabriel in the cave.
There you go.
I heard when he came out of the cave, he wasn't sure whether it was Gabriel or whether it was a demon. And then his wife and his cousin told him, oh no, that was Gabriel.
Nice. Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, if you have never been revealed to a message, you don't know what's going on, right?
Exactly.
So, you know, he was concerned, maybe I'm losing my mind.
That's right.
But then the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah put around him those people that would console him, like his wife Khadija.
Yeah.
And then when Gabriel started coming more often, he told him, I'm Gabriel, I'm bringing the message to you. But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagans, right?
That they were not in their original form, because that may be something that would be difficult for somebody who has never seen. Yani Jibreel alayhi salam, as we'll talk about later, if he's in his real form, his feet are on the earth and his head is past the samawat. His wings crossed, they cover the east to the west, and he has 600 of the so.
And then Gabriel showed himself in the real form. Like he actually saw him as Gabriel, right? It was amazing, yeah.
He could like see all around, he could see the horizon or something.
He could see that from the earth's past where he could see in the skies up to his head, his wingspan covered the east to the west. That would be amazing, right? Yeah, Gabriel's big.
Yeah. Did you hear the guy? Gabriel is big. Gabriel is big. Yeah, he covers all the horizon. Gabriel is big. Seto SSK speaking. Greetings, family. Kindly share this video for us. Invite people, tag people. As usual, we're about to learn, discuss, teach. Okay. With teaching, I mean you teaching me too. Whatever I say, I will let I'll put the phone lines there. I'll open the phone line so that you can also call in and challenge or educate or embarrass, however you want to put it. You can do it. As far as I know, I will be learning something new. Okay, so whatever I say, I will try my best to give people opportunity to come and refute or educate whatever they think I am miseducating or misinformation and bringing out misinformation. I intentionally play this kind of videos like the Sheikh was saying, okay, so people will see the kind of religion we are dealing with. One time the Sheikh is telling us how Prophet Muhammad didn't receive the first revelation in the cave Hira. When he was in the cave, according to the narrative of their own sources, Prophet Muhammad used to go seclusion, stay away from his wife. He goes home, gets some food and some things from necessary things. He goes in the cave, stay away a little bit, and then the angel came. That is what the narrative goes. Okay, that is how the narrative goes. But this Sheikh Uthman Ibn Farouk, from USA, okay, a scholar in Hadith. So this Sheikh is a scholar in Hadith. He's telling us how, no, that story is not true. He said it's not true that the angel came to Prophet Muhammad for the first time in Cave Hira. It's not true. The angel came before. Okay, at the same time when he's on the street doing dawah to people, you see the kind of advantage some of these Muslim scholars or those who claim to be Muslim scholars that they have. The Muslims themselves, okay, they don't, most of them do not challenge them. If he's saying something that a Muslim knows that what he's saying is not what in the book is, it is in the book, they will still not challenge, okay? They will let him flow. That is one thing. The Muslim, they will keep quiet, they will just let him flow. So the Sheikh is speaking at one time that Prophet Muhammad, he already knew Angel Gabriel, and the Angel Gabriel already came to him before even the cave. And the other time on the street, when he was speaking to somebody, he's telling the person, you see, Angel Gabriel, he didn't know what about, he didn't know the Abrahamic, because the people he's with, they are pagans. You see the logic? Just listen to him. That is why I put such videos out, so that people will see for themselves that these people, you are putting your salvation, okay? It is about your salvation. And as far as I am concerned, your salvation is not in my hands. Listen carefully. Your salvation is not in the hands of that sheikh. If you truly believe there is God, if you truly believe there is life after death, and then you want to be part of these people who is enjoying life after death with their God, as a Christian, we are going to celebrate, we are going to enjoy. But with our God, we are not going to enjoy like sexual things like in Islam is, okay? We have not been promised with having sexual intercourse and everlasting, you see, everlasting pipe. No, we have not been promised such things, but we will still be with our God, the Almighty Creator. As we going to be with Him is joy enough for us. Okay, we going to be with our Creator is enough for us. We don't need to have sexual intercourse in the house of our God. No, we don't need that. Okay, so when the sheikh is when they are speaking, you have to be very careful. You have to know what you are following, because as I'm saying, it's about your salvation. So make sure that you are not mistaken. You will never know the real truth. You will never know the real religion. Okay, but as human beings, we can reason a little bit. We can reason, know what somebody is promising you with. You have to always check. What is he promising me? He said I should do something for him. If I do that thing for him, what is he going to give to me? Is it something that I can cope with? Is it something that it is logical? Okay, so that's what you have to always think about. Imagine your children coming home, okay, and then one of them telling you, you see, on our way home, there was a man standing on the street. He was trying to say I should come. He will give me a biscuit. He will give me this chewing gum. He said I should just come closer to him. He was using the chewing gum to draw the kids to him. And there is a van, there is a big truck standing, you see. So he was trying to kidnap these children in the van. But what was he doing? He was trying to trap them with the chewing gum. He knows what children want. Okay, so he's trying to what? Deceive them with the chewing gum. So if somebody is coming to tell me, I'm speaking for myself, okay? He is coming from God. The person is telling me, so God sent him, the Almighty God sent him to bring me a message. And if I do that message, this is what I'm going to get. Women with big breasts. Me personally, I would doubt that. No, God will not promise me such a thing, because he's trying to give me what I desire. Okay, as a man, I desire such things. So he's trying to promise me things that I desire, just like children, because no bad person who wants to kidnap children will bring something like, I don't know, a steak, a big steak to deceive the children. They don't care about steak. They need small petty things like chewing gum, biscuits, chupa chops, something. That is what we use to deceive children. Okay, so as a man, if somebody comes to me personally trying to convince me that he is from God or God sent him to me, and then at the end of the day, the only thing that he's promising me or that is making me aware I'm about to get is women, that means the person is trying to test my desire. Okay, so I'm going to be very, very skeptical about such a thing. Very, very skeptical. Okay, so I don't know about you, but that is me. But today's topic is mainly about this verse that I've seen in the Quran. Okay, and every time the Muslims keep on saying how corrupt the Bible is, and when they say the Bible and they are attacking the Bible, mainly it is the translation, right? The translation that what they're attacking. They never say the Bible is corrupt and they go to the original source. They never go to the original source. They go to the Bible is corrupt and they're attacking the always what? The King James Version, and they use even King James Version to compare the NIV version, and they say, look, how can we trust this book? They never go to the original source. They never learn the Greek or the Hebrew to compare, to see, okay, is it, they know it is for them, it is enough for them to use the English translation to tarnish or to attack the Christians. But when you do the same logic, when you use the same logic that they are using, all of a sudden, why are you reading the translation? The translation is just the translators, they are trying their best to bring out what they can do. The translation, we cannot depend on that. You have to go to the original source. You see the logic here? When it comes to Christianity, original source, they don't care. They don't care. When it comes to the Quran, original source, when you show them the translation, we don't want this. We want the original source, okay? The same thing that they do. And that is why I said, to me, Christianity is one of a kind. A Muslim will judge Christianity based on what a Christian is doing, based on the behavior of some Christians, based on the behavior of some pastors. So as an individual, a certain pastor decides to go against what the Bible is saying, and let's say he is like trying to marry two couples in his church. That is not what Jesus is teaching. That is not what the Bible is teaching. It is the pastor who has decided to do this thing in his church. That is not the teachings of Christianity. Okay? The Muslim will use this pastor to say, look how corrupt Christianity is. It is okay for him. Look at how they behave. Look at how some Christians are behaving. It is okay for the Muslim to judge the whole Christianity, the teachings of Jesus Christ, based on what he sees or she sees some Christians are doing, based on what I am doing. I am a Christian now, and maybe he sees me drunk. I'm just saying, I don't drink, okay? I don't drink. I haven't been drunk before. I haven't been drunk before. Let me say it like that. But let's say he see me drunk. Look, he said, look, that is Christianity for you. That is the Christianity for you, see now. But when you turn it around and then you judge Islam based on what some Muslims are doing, the same person that was telling you or that was criticizing you on Christianity based on what some Christians are doing, the same person will tell you, say, are you crazy? How can you judge Islam based on some Muslims? Islam is not Islam is not about the Muslims. It is about the Quran. You have to go to the Quran. You have to go to the Hadith. Hadith and the Quran is Islam, not the Muslim. Muslims, you see, you cannot. The logic, I say, be careful. So when it comes to criticizing, judging, okay, we don't judge the religion based on the people in the religion. You have to go to the main source. Who is Jesus Christ? As a Christian, Jesus Christ is my, you see now, that's the master, the chef, the shepherd, Jesus Christ. And Muhammad is for you, the shepherd. So I will judge Islam based on the teachings of Quran and Prophet Muhammad. That is what I want you to do for me, because Jesus has given us the path. He has taught, he has teach his lessons, okay? So in case I am not able to follow the teachings of Jesus Christ and I am going on the wrong path, it doesn't mean that is the teachings of Jesus Christ. As a human being, I am trying my best to follow the path. I am just falling short. You see, I'm just falling short. So you cannot judge Christianity based on what some pastor is doing or somebody claiming to be a pastor or a Christian doing. And then now some people are watching this. Some people look at what some churches are behaving. Some people look at how some members are behaving. Some pastors are behaving. Some people behaving. And that is when they come to their conclusion, I will not follow Jesus Christ. So they are living the true God, the true religion, not because the religion itself, the teachings of the God is bad, but it's because somebody just somebody gossiped in the church. So he has to maybe leave the church and find a better church. But he wants to leave the church and go and join another religion, which he knows it is not a true religion, but so that the church, that's the mentality, okay? So I don't know. So me there, whatever I see somebody doing, if it is not the bad teachings from Jesus Christ, if you cannot give me something Jesus taught that which was bad so that I shouldn't follow Jesus Christ, and you say Christianity is not good because this pastor did this, because this pope raped some children, according to Christianity, this person is going to hell because Jesus said in the Bible, whoever harms a child, it is better for you to put a chain in your neck and throw yourself in the water, in the deep sea. Children, Jesus never played with. Children, they are different. You don't harm children. That is what the Bible teaches. Okay, so that's what you have to put in your head. If somebody, if you are a Christian, okay, and something is not going on in your community, too many noise, they are making so many noise, blah, 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 and then you are even ashamed because you are a Christian. Some people are tagging you with that, and that is not what you do. It shouldn't bother you. It shouldn't bother you because you are not a Christian because of somebody, because you know that you are following the true God. Okay, put that in your mind. And then don't Jesus said also in the Bible, okay, there are some people, the Pharisees, like you see now, some people outside the cup, the outside of the cup, they keep it very clean. They keep outside the cup very clean, but inside very dirty. You see the point? That is a kasakwan, word of wisdom. The outside the cup, they keep it very clean, but the in the cup is very dirty. So there are some religion on the outside. You will think it is very good, it's very clean. this religion there, nobody can even touch. It is very clean, but when you get inside, then you will see the kind of apotobibre, the kind of things you will find in there to shock you. If you don't take care, sometimes you're already in it. Okay, and it will be very difficult for you. So be wise, make choices clear. Okay, so now let me show you this verse that I'm speaking about. The Muslims, as I'm saying, the Muslims, they compare two different English translations side by side to tell us that the Bible is corrupt. Now we are going to do the same thing here. Okay, the same thing. He will pick NIV and then he will pick Good News Bible, and then he will say, look at this contradiction. Look at, according to Quran chapter 2, verse 138. You will see how Muslims have come to a certain point that they are corrupting the words of Allah. Allah says something, and the Muslims, they know better. You see, it is like Allah didn't know best, so they have to correct what Allah is saying in the translations. Look at this verse here, okay? You have to always bear in mind that when the Quran, the verse, it is Allah speaking. Allah is speaking here, right here, Quran chapter 2, verse 138. Allah's coloring. But it's Allah speaking, oh, Allah's coloring, okay? Let me go to the verse. Let me highlight it so you can see it clearly. Allah's coloring. And who gives better coloring than Allah? That is Allah speaking. Put it in mind. And who gives better coloring than Allah? Allah is asking this question. And we are devoted to him. Now, who is saying this statement? Think about it. And we are devoted to him. So who is this we here? And who is this him here? This is Allah speaking. This is the Arabic. You see now the Arabic is there, and then the English is there. This is what the verse is saying. It's not like that is why I say just think about this verse. Allah is the one speaking, the God is speaking right now, and Allah is saying Allah's coloring, and who gives better coloring than Allah? And we are devoted to him. So who said this statement? Is it Allah himself? And he said we are devoted to him. And if we take the we to be Allah and the devoted to him to Allah again, what does it mean? You see the point here? Now this is not a problem here. It is the problem itself, okay? That is why I say I will open the phone lines, and if you are sincere, you will come and do what? Educate us. That is simple. We open the phone lines. We give people opportunity. We don't want to be sitting here like the Muslims channel. Then they will have two Muslims speaking about the Bible, but they will never give the opportunity to people to come and defend the Bible. And they just want to tarnish the Bible. They will tarnish the Bible however they want on their platform. They will never give you a chance to come and defend yourself. And even when you get a chance, they will limit you to a certain point that you cannot construct proper sentences. That is what they bully you outside from the channel. Let me show you how they mess things up. Okay, this is the same verse, Quran chapter 2, verse 138, and this is the Arabic translation. As you can see, I'm letting you see everything clearly on the screen. Okay, the same verse that I just showed you. Look at how this translator translated it. The other translator was speaking what? Allah's coloring, and who colors and who gives better coloring than Allah? Allah is asking this question. He's asking the people, and we are devoted to him. That's what the verse is saying here. Now look at this. Look at how this translator translated his translation. So who is giving us the accurate translation here? Who is giving us the accurate translation here? And look at this into brackets. What does that mean? So who is fabricating something here? Why is this thing in brackets? I know the Muslims, they have some things in brackets, but what does that mean? We don't know, but they put it there. Allah never put any brackets there. But if this is in the Bible, they will say, how come? Let's continue. I don't even know how to pronounce this word, but they have translated it for us as religion. Listen carefully. They have translated the word as religion. So the word that it is translated in this translation as coloring, okay? You see the difference between coloring and religion? According to this translation, Hilali and Khan, it is religion. How is this possible? Which word in the Arabic here is religion? Which word is that? We don't know. But let's continue. Just look. I'm going to show you different type of translations, and you will see that each of the translations they are telling you different thing. All the translations, they are telling you different thing. Look at this translation, okay? So the religion of Allah, into bracket again, Islam, which religion can be better than Allah's? Did you hear that? And we are his worshippers. Tafsir Ibn Kathir. So this verse is saying, you always have to think, this is the Quranic verse, according to Halali and Khan, the translation is English. It's not me who is saying anything, okay? So he is not talking about coloring, he's talking about religion. But it is Allah who is speaking. The religion of Allah, Islam, and which religion can be better than Allah's? And we are the worshippers. Who is speaking? Who said this? And we are the worshippers. Who said this? Allah is the worshipper. This Allah speaking. Now let's go down. Another translator, so that you will get the point, okay? Another translator, Maududi. Maududi. Okay, this translator says, say, look, fabrication. That is what I tell you people, you have to be smart. This verse, he put there, say. That means Prophet Muhammad should say, which would make sense, okay? But in the Arabic, there is no say there. There is what? No say. Show me where the word say is. In this Arabic, show me where say is. I want to know. That is why I said I am going to open the phone lines. So this translator, who is he deceiving? By adding some word which it is not in the Arabic. So did Allah make a mistake? This translator, this Maududi, is he correcting the speech of Allah? Let me show you one. This is the translate. The English is the Arabic is here too. There is no say. There is no say in it. And you know why I know that there is no say in it? Let me show you. Quran chapter Kafirun. Okay. Kafirun, I think 109. I will open the phone lines. For the meantime, you have to chill. Okay? Surah to Kafirun. Let me show you the difference. You see, according to this Quran chapter 109, verse number 1, it also commands Prophet Muhammad to say something. So in this verse, Prophet Allah is telling Muhammad to say, he says, say, oh disbelievers, okay, I do not worship what you worship. So now it is not Allah who is speaking directly to the people. Allah is telling Prophet Muhammad what to say. So this I, it stands for Prophet Muhammad. You get a point? Because the command says he should say. So the I here, Allah is telling us, but it stands for Prophet Muhammad, what Muhammad should say. So Muhammad is saying, I do not worship what you worship. It makes sense because what? Say is here. And this is what say means. This is what say, that is kur. You get a point? So the word kur, say, which is written here, when you go to the verse that we are speaking about, Quran chapter 2, verse 138, you don't find the word say. It's not there. You see that it's not there. So when you compare the Quran, when you compare it, Quran chapter 109, you can find the word say. There are a lot of verses that you can find the word say. A lot of verses, okay? And then whenever Allah is telling Muhammad to say something, he will say it. And that is what the Quran should do too. But when we check this verse, that the guy, the Maududi, he himself has put in say there. So it is as if he is correcting Allah's Quran. Because in the Arabic Quran, there is no say there. You get a point? Be smart. Corruption. This is corruption. What did Quran chapter 5, verse number 13 say? Let me show it to you, okay? Let me show it to you what the Quran itself is saying. Quran chapter 5, verse number 13. So because of their breach in their covenant, we cursed them and made their hearts grow hard. Allah is speaking about the people of the past, the people of the book, the Jews and the Christians, okay? So they breached their covenant, and so Allah made their hearts grow hard. Listen to what they did. Look at what they did according to Allah. Look at what they did. The reason why Allah made their heart go hard, they changed the words of the words from their right places and have abandon of good parts of the message that was sent to them. So the kind of things that they did was what? They changed the words from their places. Did you hear that? They changed words from their places. That means the book that they have is not corrupt, but they are changing words from their places. Like when they translate it like this, they change the words. You see now he has added something there which Allah did not say. This is the Quran, this is Quran translation, and the person has added his own word. Allah never said say in this verse, but he has added it there. Okay, now let's read this Quran translation. I want people to get the message and be sincere and think about it. They say the Quran is the most protected book. And then if you burn all the Qurans, today, within 5 minutes, within 1 minute, we will have somebody who can recite all the Quran. Now, the question is, if the person recites all the Quran, is he going to say on this verse, or he's not going to leave? He's going to leave it. Because the other translation, he never mentioned any say. Look at this. There is no say. You get a point? I hope you do. Let's read this verse, okay? So this translator, Maududi, he added his own word, say. It's not in the Arabic. Take Allah's color. Okay? He says, take Allah's color. And who can give better color than Allah? Allah is speaking. Therefore, we worship and submit to him alone. So the question still remains, who is this we? If Allah is the one speaking and Allah didn't say Muhammad should say. So it is Allah speaking. Okay, we will open the phone lines, okay? We will open the phone lines so that you can come and educate us. We want to know. Simple. We want to know. So this, you see now, when we compare these two translations, they don't match. There is no way you can tell me these are the same, they are telling you the same story. One is speaking about the religion, which it doesn't, no other religion can match with. And this is talking about the color. Take Allah's color. And Allah is speaking. Take Allah's color. Let's go to the next translation, okay? Who is this? Muhammad Shakir, okay? Or the Shakir. I don't know how to pronounce the names, and I don't think it is too much necessary or important. Look at this. Into bracket, receive. What? Where did the receive come from? Where did the receive come? Look at the baptism of Allah. Who should receive the baptism of Allah? So you see what I'm speaking about, corruption? One Quran verse, we have 3 translations, and they are all translating it differently, totally different. One is speaking about religion, one is speaking about the color, and now we are speaking about baptism. Get the point? Okay. Take the baptism of Allah, and who is better than Allah in baptism? Allah baptizing people now. And him do we serve? And him, I said I will open the phone lines. 3 different translations, 3 different understanding. Somebody is even adding things that Allah didn't say. Look at this. Receive. What do you mean receive? Let's go to the next translation so that people will get the message, okay? And we, into bracket again, we take our, so they are trying their best to correct that verse in Arabic. Because now they are adding certain things. They are not even sure what to add. Because this one is taking, and we take our. The other one said receive. The other one said say. Who is telling the truth here? Be smart, always. Let's read this translation, okay? We take our into bracket, which is not in the Arabic text. That is why it is into bracket. Color from Allah. Okay, so this one is not talking about baptism. And who is better than Allah at coloring? Allah is coloring. Yeah, Allah color. We are his worshippers. Who is this we? We are his worshippers. Allah is speaking. Okay, let's continue. Another translation again. Sahih International. And say, where did it come from? And say, ours is the religion of Allah. So this Sahih International is not speaking about color. He is speaking about religion. And who is better than Allah in ordaining religion? Look at this. So Allah is saying in Quran chapter 5, verse number 13, they changed the words from their places. He was speaking to the people of the book. But it also goes, because they did that, they were punished. Okay, they were cursed. They were cursed. We cursed them. You Muslims too. That's your own book, or it is in the Quran. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to that verse. Okay. And we are worshippers of him. Very confusing verse here. Yusuf Ali. Our religion is. Look at. So who is telling the truth here? Just think about this. Who is actually telling the truth? It's like they can't even agree what to give to Allah or how to correct Allah. Everybody is saying his own thing. Our religion is the baptism of Allah. And who can baptize better than Allah? But none of the Muslims baptize. They know where is the baptism in Islam. It is he whom we worship. So is it Allah who is speaking here, or somebody is making this verse up? Because the last statement, and it is he whom we worship, it doesn't sound like Allah speaking. So as you can see, Now let me do this. Let me do this for you guys, okay, so that you can see what I mean. Okay, we can copy this verse. Let's copy it like this. I'm gonna copy it, okay, and I'm gonna go to Google. Let me translate it in Google Translation, and let's see. Okay, it is in Arabic. I put the Arabic here. Paste. Look, when you put the Arabic there, okay, this is the number. As you can see, I hope it is big enough that you can see. This is the number. You can see it clearly, 138. And it reads, God's die. Okay? And this dye is not like death, but you see the color, you dye the color. I don't know how to explain this, but the type of dye here is dyeing color. Is the color, you dye it from one color to another. Okay? So it is speaking about the color, not religion. It is speaking about the color. So this translation even proves that there is no cool, there is no say. It doesn't say. And who is better dyed than Allah? So the Google translation, is giving us his best. But you get the idea. It is speaking about certain color. But the Muslims, they themselves, they don't know. One is speaking about the religion and one is speaking about the color. And Allah didn't say say. Okay, it didn't say that. But the Muslims themselves, they are trying their best to put something there in their translations. So if you don't know, so which one are you going to follow right now? Which one is the truth here? The Quran it is protected. Didn't Allah say that the Quran, he has made it clear? The Quran is clear so that people can learn. Does the Quran say something like this? Let me see if I remember this verse. Quran chapter 14, I think. Verse number 1. Okay. No, it's not this verse. There's one verse I've forgotten. Look, Quran chapter 11, verse number 1. Okay. Alif Lam Ra. This into bracket, that means it's not in the Arabic. If it is in a bracket, it's not in Arabic. A book whose verses are perfected and presented in detail. Allah is saying the book, that Quran, the verses are perfected and presented in detail. From one who is wise and acquainted. So the book is perfected and presented in detail, but the Muslim think no, they have to add their own words. One is saying, and say our is, other is saying our religion is, the other one is saying we take our, and the other one is saying receive, and then the other one is saying say. All this is not, and look at what this one is saying too. I can't even pronounce the word. I don't want to pronounce it. You can say it on yourself. All this, you can't find it in the Arabic. Seto SSK, okay? It is clear. The one who cares about the truth sees it clearly. We are not here to insult. I don't insult. And whatever I say about Islam, I make sure that I give people the opportunity to come and educate, to teach. My mistakes, or is what I'm saying the truth. Hey, okay? So I don't do propaganda. That is why some people don't understand. I never come here because whenever you are speaking about something and you think because you are in your home, so you can say whatever you want. No, my guy, you go outside and meet people, real people out there. So when they ask you, you were saying this and this, but you were lying and you were doing propaganda, so you bring yourself in danger. But if you have the truth, that's why I present everything on the screen and make people also call. Somebody is calling. Okay, let me pick this caller because he has been calling the whole time. But I wanted to make the point clear. Okay, hello, who is speaking?
Yes, it is Avraham from Nigeria.
Abdurrahman from Nigeria. Greetings. You are live right now.
Okay.
Everybody can listen. Everybody can hear what you're saying.
Okay. Yes, I watched the program and it is interesting as we believe that we're also learning from you. So you spoke from the beginning about this fact that we Muslim, we use different translation of the Bible to judge the Bible that it is corrupted. So I want to pose this question to you. As everyone in this is listening to you and me, I want you to be sincere in this case. I want you to be sincere. When we find in the Bible, listen to this question. If we find in the Bible, not about translation, the Hebrew word which you believe to be the original, Are you listening to me?
Speak.
Good. I want to just cite an example to show you that we don't believe on the translation of different versions of the Bible to judge the Bible that it is corrupted. In fact, I want to tell you that when we say the Bible is corrupted, firstly, that stems even itself from the original, what you call as the original manuscript. And the good example I will give you, and I want you to be sincere, show it on the screen for everybody to see. Your KJV Bible mention in Psalms chapter 8, verse 4. In Psalms chapter 8, verse 5, it said, "For you made us only a little lower than the angels." It says the angels, but when you type it, you go through the Hebrew Bible, the word used for angels in that position of Psalms chapter 8, verse 5 is Elohim. But now when you come back to other Bibles like New Living Translation and other versions, they translated it as God. So I want you to be sincere to explain this for everyone. When Psalm chapter 8 verse 5 in the Hebrew Bible used the word Elohim, and the New Living Translation is translating it as God, while the KJV is translating it as angel, I want you to tell us, does that comes from translation or from the original manuscript? Go on.
Okay. What verse are you talking about? Psalms what?
Psalms chapter 8 verse 5. It said, "For thou hast made him little lower than the angels."
Okay.
But now if you tap the angels, the Hebrew word used there is Elohim. And both you and me, we know that Elohim means God, not an angel. That is why the New Living Translation of the Bible in the same Psalms chapter 8 verse 5, they translated it as God, not angel. Now I want you to tell the public, as everyone is listening to you, does this fact of using the word Elohim for an angel, according to the KJV, is it translation or from the original manuscript? Because the word used there is Elohim. So now I want to know, is this from the manuscript itself or from translation?
Okay. I would. Okay. So now you see, now I've kept quiet for you to speak. Now we are doing a program. You have bring a topic which I haven't studied. Okay, so I have to go and check it, right? I have to go and check whatever you are saying, and then if I get the answer to it, and then I can come and tell you. But right now we are speaking about this verse from the Quran, so maybe you have to focus because this is a topic we are doing here. Okay?
Good.
According to the Quranic verse, Quran chapter 2, verse 138. Can you read it for us on the screen, please?
Yes, it says, "Sibaghat Allah wa man ahsanu min Allah sibagha wa nahnu lahu abidun." So I will speak on that. Because I'm even straightforward on that verse. I will speak on that. But now the reason why I use that argument against you.
Focus here. I said I've already given you the answer. I told you.
Everybody is listening.
I already told you we are doing a program. I came with my topic, and then you have brought something new. I will check the verse and then I will explain it to the people. So right now, focus on this topic because I want to.
Situ.
I also want to understand this
verse.
Please,
I want you to become. I want you to become. You are here to teach us. I want you to become and listen. Don't misunderstand me. I want you to get where I'm going before you pass your comment. I'm not deviating. I am telling you now, based on that same verse, the word used there is sibara in Arabic. Now, what does sibara means in Arabic? The word sibara in Arabic, it has two meanings. It means a color or dye. That is what sibara means. So those translations that are using the clear Arabic word, they translated it in the Arabic word as color or dye. But now, what does that mean in the translation and the tafsir of the Quran?
Wait. They translated color or dye? What do you mean?
I told you the Arabic word sibara. In Arabic, it has two meanings.
Okay.
It means a color, it means a dye.
But what's the difference between color and dye? What is the difference between that?
What is it? To me, it doesn't have difference.
But you see now,
we know what it speaks about.
Okay, the translations.
And allow me to finish. If I'm true, you pass your comment, okay?
Okay, finish.
So now those translators that translated it as the color or dye, they still translate the clear Arabic word.
Okay.
They still translate the clear Arabic way. But now, what does that mean in the tafsir? That is why we have people like, if you check Ibn Kathir, it was said that Mujahid, Bahak, Ibn Abbas, Mughira, and many other translators, even from Ibn Abbas, he said the meaning of Sibagha in this verse, it means the religion. So now when he translates it as the religion of Allah, it's still correct, telling you about what that word means in this same verse, but not what the clear Arabic means. That is why I first started by showing you the same case in the Bible, when the word Elohim is used, but it doesn't mean God in that same place. It means an angel, because language is very vast.
Okay, Abdurrahman, you cannot speak the whole time. You make pause so that people will get what you are saying here. First of all, okay, now, so according to you, Allah is saying in Quran chapter Surah to Hud, verse number 1, that he has made the verses perfected and detailed. But as it is now, without the help of Ibn Kathir, we cannot understand this verse. We will not know what the verse is talking about. Because it is out. Wait, let me finish. It is from outside the Quran, where Ibn Kathir in the tafsir is telling you what somebody said, that this verse, it is not speaking about the color, but it's speaking about religion. That is what you are saying. So now Islam is not even based on the understanding of Allah, but what Ibn Kathir or somebody is saying. One point is that, but the second point is, where in this verse that it say something like cool?
Okay. Before I answer that of cool, I will firstly answer your statement. Are you listening to me?
We are listening. You are live. Everybody is listening.
Good.
Yes.
You said Surah Al-Hud said Kitabun uhkimat ayatu thumma fussilat min ladun hakimin khabir. It is very clear the Quran is perfected. What does that mean? When the Quran
not only
has
perfected,
been
but also in detail. It is not only perfected,
yes,
it is also in detail.
Not only perfected, but in details. Why? Because the Prophet was the one whom the Quran has been revealed unto. And he translated and explained the Quran. Because in Quran chapter 16,
give Allah me the said, explanation of Prophet Muhammad.
Listen.
No, give me one explanation. Why did Prophet Muhammad explain anything?
If you don't want to listen,
because I don't want you to escape the lie. You said Prophet Muhammad has explained everything.
Everybody is listening to you. Listen, everybody is listening.
Everybody is listening. And you made a statement. You see now we have the Wait.
Allow me to pass my answer.
We have the translation. We have the translation of Ibn Kathir. You didn't say.
This is how you keep on playing the game.
You did not say the translation of Muhammad. You did not say that. You said the tafsir of Ibn Kathir.
So listen. I told you this same word came from also Ibn Abbas. Now, when the Quran, that is why I'm telling you, the Quran mentioned in Quran chapter 16, Allah said, وَأَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ الذِّكْرَ لِتُبَيِّنَ لِلنَّاسِ, that this book, the remembrance has been revealed unto you, Muhammad, to explain it to man, which means the explanation have to come from the Prophet. When the explanation came from the Prophet, and he passed it on to the Sahabas, the companions, then that is what the Quran means in detail. But you further went to say that where does the word cool came? I hope that everybody listening to you, I know you passed secondary school, and I'm not here to teach you English. I hope you must have idea of what pronoun is. What is pronoun? Pronoun is to avoid words. Can you remember me? Repetition.
I can't remember you say what you want to say.
Listen. Okay. Listen, the same verse you quoted, verse 138 of Quran 2. Let us go back to verse 136. Let us go back. The Arabic word there is what? Cool. So to avoid repetition, listen. It said, Kulu amanna billah. Kulu amanna billah. Say, telling about who? The believers. Allah is telling us through who? Through the Prophet that Kulu amanna billah. So now the word used there is kulu, meaning say. To avoid what? Repetition. That is why they are not clearly again repeated. Because I can't say, I saw Situ going to market, then Situ went to the shop, then Situ brought the book, then Situ turned back. That is repetition. Which I know you must have understood what English pronoun means. So it is to avoid what? Repetition. Allah will not come and tell you, Kulu amanna billah. Kul فَإِنْ آمَنُوا بِمِثْلِ مَا آمَنْتُ Kul صِبْغَةَ اللَّهِ. It doesn't make sense to avoid repetition.
Okay.
That is why the word kul or kulu is not repeated. But starting from that same verse above it, which said, Kulu amanna billah, say we believe in Allah and what has been revealed unto us and what has been revealed to those that came before us, mentioning all the prophet. The Arabic word used there is say. That is what follow all those other verses that came before it. So it's
okay, so are you done?
That is why even the translators, I'm coming. That is why even the translators, they are very clear, very straightforward to you. They make it to be in bracket. But what that same statement say is coming from that same word. Verse above which is saying Kulu say. So to avoid repetition, and that is what pronoun is.
Okay, so let's check. Okay, so you are saying according to 136, okay, when 136 they say all after that, all of them Muhammad should say. Is that what you are saying?
What?
You said according to Quran chapter 2, verse 136. That here it says cool. Did you hear that? It says cool. We believe in Allah.
It doesn't say cool. It said kalu. It doesn't say cool. It said kalu.
Okay,
it doesn't say cool. It said kalu.
Yeah, okay, so what are you saying? Are you saying from this verse on? So from this verse ongoing, whatever Muhammad is saying, it is by Allah. Hello, listen carefully. Are you saying
I'm listening
from that verse going, whatever Muhammad is saying, it is from Allah?
Yes.
Okay, so how come verse 139 Allah is saying say again? Why?
Good. That Quran verse 2 verse 139 is speaking about different things, speaking about the unbelievers who argue. The other verses are telling you the qualities of a believer. The verse 136, 137, 138 speaks about the quality of who? A believer. Now the next verse, which is verse 139, is speaking about who? The disbelievers who argued about the book. That's why it says, say, O Muhammad, do you argue with us about Allah while he is our Lord and your Lord? You see, now this is speaking in another context, explaining about who? The unbelievers. While the above verses are telling you the qualities of believers, they believe in all the prophet and the religion of Allah, and they believe in all what those prophets believe. So the next verse, which is 2 verse 139, is speaking about the characteristic, the quality of these believers.
Okay, so are you done?
Yes.
So let's read the verse again. Okay, that's what you are saying. Can you read it for us in English too, please? Okay, because people will catch you very soon. Read it, please.
Okay, they will catch me. If they can't catch me, they will catch you very soon also.
Okay, read it.
It said, say, oh you Muhammad, do you argue with us
no,
about
Allah? 30 says to 38.
36, okay. 36.
Yes.
It said, Kulu amanna billah, say, oh the believers, we have believed in Allah and what has been revealed to us.
Wait. You said say all the believers. Where did he say that? I don't see that here. I want to be sure what you are saying.
What?
Read it again.
Verse 136.
136. Read it how it is there.
Kulu amanna billah. Say all the believers, meaning who the believers say we have believed in Allah and what has been revealed to us.
According to what I have on the screen here, it says say we believe in Allah. It doesn't say all the believers. It doesn't say that. That's what I want to know. Where does it say that?
Yes, the verse is telling you about the qualities of believers. And how do we know that? That is why I told you, if you check, it is very clear. The translator is very straightforward to you, showing you what in bracket. Now,
there is nothing here in bracket.
Listen.
No, Abdurrahman, which translation are you reading? Which translation are you reading?
I'm using English translation.
Yeah, which one?
No, it's on phone. I'm not at home, so I'm even somewhere.
But which translation are you reading? It has a name. Who translated it?
Okay, let me check it. I'm coming.
Yeah, come. Share. Invite people, okay? I will let other people also call in, okay? Because we won't stay here for too long today. But think I've already shown you the translations, the meanings, okay, the different kind of translations and how they all translated it. Everyone has a different translation,
not different in the Arabic word. And we have thankful to Allah, alhamdulillah, that the Arabic word still remain the same.
Yeah,
so
but the Arabic word, it means. Please check. Abdul-Rahman, we are waiting for you. Check it. We are waiting for you. Check the English. I want to have the same translation that you are using. I am waiting for you. I can't keep quiet.
I couldn't see the name here because it is an application. I'm not at home.
Are you? Is there into brackets in the translation there?
Yes, the one I'm using here, it has a bracket. It said, "Say, oh you the believers."
Okay. And you can. So, you read the brackets too. You accept the bracket. Is the bracket in the Arabic?
Good. That is why I told you. Even the translator is very clearly straightforward to you that this word is in bracket, meaning the translator.
No, but the bracket. Listen carefully. But the bracket. It is the opinion for it's not from the Allah. It is not from Allah, right? It's the translator himself who put it there.
Okay, now listen. Let us check the verse. What was the verse saying?
Speak. We are listening.
Tell us what. No.
No, read. So just read what you have. I have your translation here. Read what you have.
Don't tell me to read. You have it there. I have it there, and the public are listening to you.
Because you are the Muslim. Okay, you are the Muslim, and then I want people to understand it from your side. Because if I read it, I can misread it.
Okay, you want people, but when I raise the same, okay, good. Now I want you, as you pop into this, you can't speak of something in ignorance. For you to come here to teach about it, it means you must have understanding of what you are doing. So I want you now to get yourself. I want you to arrest yourself. Don't worry, I will give you the rope to hang yourself. Don't worry. Tell us, what does that verse speaks about? What are the qualities we see in that verse?
My guy, you are the one. Did I quote this verse?
Who preached about the verse?
Did I quote this verse? Did I quote this verse?
Okay, you didn't quote it. Okay, so you give us contextual quotation. Now it said, Kulu amanna. Say you believe. Who are those that believe? I want you to tell me who is the believer.
Where does it say? Where does it say in the Arabic that say?
I'm asking you a simple question. So be sincere to answer me. A person who believes, what do you call him in English?
My guy, you are reading something.
No, don't tell me your guy. I'm your student, not your guy. I'm your student. Don't say my guy. I'm your student. Tell me a person who believes.
And how did you become my student? How did you become my student?
Because you are on the net to preach for us, to tell us about what we don't know. So you must be here to preach.
And when did I say that? Abdul-Rahman, you see, I am giving you time. I won't spend the whole time with you. So either you teach, you tell us what it is there,
It is allowed to cut me off. Okay, it is allowed to cut me off.
Okay, because I don't have time for this. It is okay. It is allowed to cut you off. It is okay. Because why should I waste the time on you the whole time? People also want to call. You are not the only person here. You are not the only person who you think. I gave you the time. How long are we speaking right now? You are calling me from the beginning, and I give you the time, and you don't speak. And then now you is trying to say, okay, we have believed in Allah and what has been revealed to us and what has been revealed to Abraham. So the believers, okay, so he is saying it is about the believers. So Muhammad should say to them, they have believed what Allah has revealed. And what has been revealed to Abraham, what was that? How do you believe what has been revealed to Abraham when you don't have it? How can you believe what has been revealed to Abraham when you don't have it? And Ishmael and Isaac, what has been revealed to these people? Where is it? I've given the guy time to read it, but he knows what is in there. And what have been revealed to Jacob? What has been revealed to Jacob? Who is Jacob? Who is Jacob? They don't even know Jacob. They don't know that when the Quran speaks about Israel, the children of Israel, they don't know how did the name Israel come about. They don't know. Allah didn't teach them this. And the descendant of what was given to Moses and Jesus and what was given to the prophet from their Lord. So all these things, you believe in all of them. But you say the Bible is corrupt. The previous books that Allah we have preserved, you say it's all corrupt. And we make no distinctions between any of them. Is it true? The Muslims, they make no distinctions between any of the books of Allah, the books that Allah has revealed. He said we should read it into bracket. He's asking me what the all believers mean. So Allah is telling you, you as a believer, you don't make any distinctions between what has been revealed. What has been revealed, okay? What has been revealed to Abraham, to Ishmael, to Isaac, to Jacob, and the descendant of what was given to Moses and Jesus. Do you believe in them? Or do you tell me they are corrupt? Allah is telling you, giving you this command. You see how they play the games, okay? So let's continue. We make no distinction between any of them. And we are Muslims, okay, in submission to him. So if they believe in the same as you believe in, okay, so he's saying it is Muhammad is still speaking here. It is say, so if they believe in the same as you believe in, so who is speaking here? Muhammad, right? Then they have been they have been rightly guided, into bracket. They have been guided. But if they turn away, they only in dissension, and Allah will be sufficient for you against them. And he, okay, is the hearing and the knowing. And then now look, you see the corruption. How come they did not add and the same statement? You see now, why are they adding this word here? But they did not add it here. When the guy on the phone is telling us this word, it covers everything to verse 138. It covers it with 138. So if it covers it to 138, why would they have the need to add it here and they didn't have the need to add it in 137? Deception. That is why he is trying his best for me to end him so that I will end the phone call with him, okay? So he's trying his best. Islam for you. Every time you have them in the corner, you have them on the phone, you challenge them. You see, when you challenge them, they think so. If I were to be in the mosque right now, they will sack you. They will say you are not ready to learn. The devil has deceived you. You have disease in your heart. That is what they will say. You have a disease in your heart. But when you come and you challenge them with their own book, their own sources, and then you become the bad guy. You don't speak Arabic. Let me show it to you. Even when they say you don't speak Arabic, okay? According to Allah, according to Prophet Muhammad, when he received the Quran, Prophet Muhammad, an Arab man, his people, the Quraysh people, Arabs, Muhammad told the angel, listen carefully, Prophet Muhammad, he told the angel, his people are not capable of with one Quran. With one dialect is not capable. The Muslims, the original people at the time of Prophet Muhammad told the angel should tell Allah, his people are not capable with one dialect. So the angel had to go back to Allah, and then Allah gave him another dialect. And then he came back, and then Muhammad told the angel again, his people are not capable of. It's like Allah didn't know that the people of Muhammad, they are not capable. So the angel up and down, up and down, up and down. Do you know how many years it takes the angel to go up and how many years it takes him to come down? According to the Quran, do the research. There is something there. I've forgotten the verse, so I don't want to say the number. I don't want to say the number because there is something there. Let me show you the hadith. Let me show you the one hadith for you to see it for yourself, okay? Because everything I say, I want to show it to you on the screen. I want to show it to you on the screen so that you get it, my point. Let me see. I have it here. So according to their own sources, not according to me. Now Muslims are telling us, do you speak Arabic? You don't understand Arabic. You can't understand the Quran. But according to Prophet Muhammad, you even have to learn 7 dialects for you to understand the Quran. How many dialects do you know from the Quran? How many dialects? So You are telling me I don't understand, I don't know Arabic, so I cannot understand the Quran. Prophet Muhammad at his time, the original people, the original Quraysh, the Quran was not good. One Quran was not enough for them. They needed 7 dialects. And where are the 7 dialects? How many Muslims learn 7 dialects before they understand the Quran? And how can you even find 7 dialects? When Uthman, listen carefully, this is what I tell you. Uthman, one of the caliphs, the 3rd caliph or something like this, he burned the Quran and left only one, the Quraysh dialect. Allah brought 7 dialects. Uthman burned the Qurans and then he left only one dialect. Now, but now we have the Quraysh, we have the Wash Quran, we have the Hafs Quran, we have the Aduri Quran. They will say we have 7 dialects, but Uthman burned them all. Look at this hadith, okay? Not from me. That is why I totally understand. Baba Shuaib, greetings. I understand Muslims who do not accept hadith. And if I was ever to become a Muslim, I will be one of them. Because the hadith is, I will say it. Okay, Sahih Muslim, authentic Muslim, no. 821. Allah has commanded you to recite. Listen carefully. Look at the words here. Allah has commanded. This is the angel speaking. You to recite to your people the Quran in one dialect. So Allah, the all-knowing God, the most merciful, the Almighty, He has made a command that Muhammad should do something. Look at what happened. Upon this, he said, who said? Muhammad said, I ask from Allah pardon. I ask from Allah pardon and forgiveness. Okay? My people are not capable of doing it. So Allah commands something to Muhammad, and Muhammad knows better than Allah, according to the hadith, not according to me. Please don't come and say I am insulting or anything. I am just reading what you have presented to us. When the brother came here, he gave me a verse from the Bible, Psalms 8:5. I will check it and I will see what is talking about. But I will not put my program aside and go and check it. So look, I am reading your source. Don't come and blame me. Don't come and say I am insulting anybody. Okay, with this kind of source, I will not go to somebody who accepts only the Quran. But majority of you Muslims claim you have to accept Prophet Muhammad's hadith. You have to accept the hadith. And this is Sahih. So Allah commands Muhammad to do something. The all-knowing God, perfect God, said, do something, do this. Read in one dialect, and Muhammad knows better. My people are not capable of doing it. He then came for the 2nd time and said, so Angel Gabriel went to deliver that message to Allah, the all-knowing God. So angel came back with a 2nd time again. And then what did the angel say? Allah has commanded you that you should recite the Quran to your people in 2 dialects. So Allah has compromised with Muhammad. He has said, okay, Muhammad, it is possible that the original Quraysh Arabic people, they will not understand one dialect. They were not like 7 billion people, or 7 billion, sorry. The Quraysh community, it's not like they were like 50 million or 20 million people. It's a small clan, the small people. They were, you see, they were, that time, the population was not like that big. Okay? But they cannot understand one dialect. So Allah make a compromise with Muhammad, and then he gave him 2 dialects, right? Because they cannot afford one, they cannot understand one. But the Muslims today, they understand one. This is the interesting part. The Muslims today, they understand one. The original people, they cannot understand one. Allah gave him 2 dialects. You see now? People in 2 dialects. Quran to your people in 2 dialects. Upon this, he, the holy prophet, again said, I seek pardon and forgiveness from Allah. Hey, my people will not be able to do so. 2 dialects, your people will still not be able to do so. He, Gabriel, came for the 3rd time, so the angel went back again. If you know the verse, that speaks about how long it takes for the angels to go up and down. Maybe you can put it in the comment section for me. So the angel went back again. The all-knowing God, he's going to deliver the message that Prophet Muhammad said that his people, they are not smart enough to deal with only 2 dialects. So the angel went back. Okay? Allah has commanded you. So the angel is back again. He has gone. He has come back again. Allah has commanded you to recite the Quran to your people in 3 dialects. The all-knowing God once again changed his mind. Even though he commanded Muhammad to do it in 1 dialect, now we are speaking about 3 dialects. According to the hadith, not according to me. So Allah commanded Muhammad to do 1. Now he has changed his mind for the 2nd time. And now for the 3rd time, he is doing what Muhammad wants him to do. So he's doing Muhammad the favor Muhammad wants. Okay. Upon this, he said, Muhammad is speaking again, I ask pardon and forgiveness from Allah. My people will not be able to do it. My people, they still can't do it. We have 3 dialects, they can't still do it. He then came to the hymn for the 4th time. So angel went back to Allah for the 4th time, up and down like a lift. You see, he's going up, he's coming down. Muhammad is waiting. Deliver the message, bring me the result. So for the 4th time, he went up, he came down. Allah has commanded you to recite the Quran to your people in 7 dialects. So now Allah raised it to 7, from 4 to 7. So why didn't he give him 7 dialects right from the beginning? Why did Allah command Muhammad to do what? To recite 1 dialect, when he knows that Muhammad needs 7 dialects. And Muhammad's people cannot. This is a hadith. It's not me who wrote it. Okay. Allah has commanded you to recite the Quran to your people in 7 dialects. And in whichever dialect they would recite, you would be right. They would be right. Okay. So 1 dialect is not enough. 2 dialects, they won't understand it. They cannot do it. 3, they cannot. 4, 5, no. 7. How many dialects do you know now as a Muslim? Answer this question for yourself. How many dialects? When Muhammad was saying his people cannot follow 1 dialect, how many people today can recite 7 dialects? Seto SSK, okay? It is clear. We come here, we give people the opportunity, but when you come here and then you want to, we want to understand. My point, that is what I keep on telling people. Seto will never lose, because it is always opportunity for me to learn something new. Sometimes I may think this is very problematic, and the verse is very problematic. That is why they are trying to fix it. You see the reason why? They are trying to fix it. Some are saying religion, some are saying color. The word is die. And let's see what the tafsir are saying. The tafsir is okay. The phone lines are open. Let me put the link there, because I think I have like a few minutes to go. Okay, so let me put the link there, and if you can join, if you want to join, you can join. I have like 10 minutes to go. Okay, the link is there on the screen right now. Let's see what the tafsir says, because I haven't checked the tafsir. So let's see what the tafsir for the verse says. Okay. So the guy came here, he said Ibn Kathir said Ibn Abbas, okay? And then they said, okay, Ibn Abbas, Tafsir Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas is the cousin of Prophet Muhammad. He said Muhammad explained the Quran. Where is the explanation of Prophet Muhammad? If Muhammad himself explained the Quran, why would you need Ibn Abbas and Ibn Kathir on Ajalalain? Why would you need them? You have the original. I don't get the logic of some people. We take our color from Allah, i.e., the religion, i.e., follow the religion of Allah. Did you hear? The color changed to religion. And what? And how do they know that it's not based on Allah? Okay? When you check in the Quran chapter 25, verse number 33, let me show you this verse here. Look at this verse here, okay? I see 33. 25, 33. You always write the Quran down. Write the verses down, okay? And they do not come to you with an argument, except that we bring to you the truth and the best explanation. Allah brings the best explanation. This is Allah speaking to Muhammad. And they do not come to you with an argument, except when we bring you the truth and the best explanation, so Allah brings the best explanation. And when Allah brings something to Prophet Muhammad, you will find it in the Quran, because Allah is the one bringing it. So Allah explains his Quran. That is why you have to find the explanation in the Quran, because whatever Allah is bringing to Muhammad, you will find it in the Quran. So the best explanation comes from Allah, but the Muslims today know the best explanation is Ibn Kathir, a tafsir which somebody wrote. So when all the books on this planet get destroyed and the Quran can revive within 5 minutes, how useful will it be if you don't have the Ibn Kathir explanation? How will people know what the verse was saying? So why didn't Allah protect all these things then? If we need this to understand the Quran, we take our color from Allah, i.e., follow the religion of Allah, and who is better than Allah at coloring better than the religion of Allah? So this meaning we are getting from the tafsir from the Muslims, okay? That is what they say. And we are his worshippers. He's adding here, we are monotheist and acknowledge that so now you see, now according to this translation, he also adding here. But the guy Abdul Rahman was on the line. He was telling us the whole verse. It starts with 100 and let me see what Ibn Kathir said. Because Ibn Kathir is Ajilalin. No, who is this? Ibn Kathir the verse is 137 and 138. You see, the verse, according to Ibn Kathir, these two verses, 137 and 138, they are together. So he explained these two verses together. The guy, Abdul Rahman, came on the line and he was lying. He said the verse begin 136. Did you get a point? You see how they lie? Verse 136 is not added in the Ibn Kathir. He mentioned Ibn Kathir. So if the three verses, 136, 137, and 138, if they are together, Ibn Kathir will add it here, and then you will know that he's speaking about these verses together. But when you check Ibn Kathir, he is reading from 137 and 138. So they say it applies to 136. They say here it applies to 136. Because Ibn Kathir did not add that to it. Liars. So let's see what Ibn Kathir says, okay? Let's see what Ibn Kathir says. 138. We go to 138. And that is it. I think this is the word here. The Shikba of Allah or something like this, okay? So he's saying what Ibn Abbas said. Abbas commented. So the commentary is from Abbas, the religion of Allah. This tafsir was also reported to Mujahid. That is what the guy was reading for us. You see, everything I can put it on the screen. They come. That is why he wants to speak long, because they think the longer they speak and the louder they speak, it will convince some people like they know what they are speaking about. If you don't take care, okay, they will deviate from the topic, and you will think, oh, they make sense. Look, I think it's clear on the screen, okay? Seto SSK. Okay, somebody has joined the program. Let me see if I can add the person. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Seto. Good evening.
Yeah, evening.
This is Kojo Mensa from Germany.
Okay, Kojo Mensa from Germany. Are you a Muslim? Yeah. Are you a Christian? Are you coming to educate us?
No, a Christian.
Praise be to God.
Okay, Seto, you see something? The same criteria Muslims will use in evaluating the Bible. If you apply the same criteria to their Quran, then they are offended. You see, they will be comparing the translated versions. But exactly what you are doing today, and I was expecting the Muslim who called, because as you said, we are all learning. So I was expecting that when he came, he should be taking us through, so that he will be pointing to us that, no, this is correct one, this is, but you see what he's doing. This is the character of Muslims. The same criteria they will use on the Bible, they will not apply the same criteria on the Quran.
Never.
So my advice to the so-called critical thinkers is that this is where they should be directing their thinking to. they are able to evaluate the Bible based on these kind of principles. They should use the same thing in evaluating the Quran. By so doing, they will be able to come out. If
Okay. Could you hold on small? Okay, I have somebody on the phone line. Okay.
Okay.
Please, because you are already here. Hello, Juan. I can say who is speaking.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Yes.
Let the Bible speak. Okay, that's my name.
Let the Bible speak. Okay. So, are you a Christian or are you a Muslim or? just to be sure.
I'm a Christian.
Just to be sure. Thank you. Please, Christians, now, okay, we need you on this platform, especially if you are well versed in the Bible. Because since I am a new Christian, I know a little bit. I don't know much, and sometimes the people will come and so now I said, so if you're a Christian, kindly follow this platform and help Seto out. Okay, let's spread the news, the good news, please.
Seto, I've been calling you, but you haven't been able to pick. So don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry, we talk, okay?
Okay, so please.
So after the program, we can talk.
We can talk. Okay.
You asked a question. We were asking about a quotation whereby it tells about the traveling of the angels from earth to heaven, according to the Quran.
According to the Quran, yes.
Yeah, that's Surah 32, verse 5.
Surah what?
32, verse 5.
32:5. Okay, 32:5. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, back up. I'll put it on the screen. Let people know what that verse is. Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, Medase.
So that's why I called.
Thank you. Let the Bible speak. Okay, that's the name. Medase. Let the Bible speak. Okay. The brother has helped out with this verse 32, verse 5. Let's see how long it supposedly takes for the angel to come up and down. Okay. Let's see if it says like this here. Okay. Quran 32, verse 5. I think I got him right. He arranged each matter from the heavens to the earth, and then he ascended to him in the day that extent of which is 1,000 years of those which you count. Okay, and according to this verse, one day, the angel needs, it's like 1,000 years they be count. How is this even possible? So look, 1,000 years of how we count it is one day for angel. So when the angel goes now, we have to count 1,000 years before it is one day for them. Logically. Then when the angel we have to like 1,000 days, 1,000 how we count 1,000 years, is one day for them. So how come the angel can go and come back 23 years for receiving messages? And then you give him the hadith, you bring the Quran. He say no, we want different dialects. We can't afford it. We cannot understand it. Kwadwo also left. Okay, because my time is so okay. And one brother is also here. George.
Georg.
Georg. Anna. So George so.
George.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you speaking from? Are you a Christian, Muslim? Let's
yeah, I'm a Christian. I'm speaking from the London.
Okay, London.
Yeah.
Christian. I am so proud. I'm so happy. Say Christians are calling me. I'm very, very happy.
I just want to make one quick point. Then I will leave you because I know you're ready. You want to leave the platform.
I want to leave.
Yeah. The most funny thing is, even with their own Arabic Qurans, they have several Arabic Qurans that differs. There are a lot of them. The most popular among them is the one by Hafs, and then we have the Wash. But there are several Arabic Qurans, and they don't even focus on that. All they think about is trying to cause confusion when it comes to English translations of the Bible.
Yes.
That is what they want people to think, that is a corrupted Bible. But that is not the issue. In your own Arabic, your native language, the language in which the Quran was being written, that same language, there are several Qurans when it comes to that alone. And there are several differences. When you compare the Wash and the Hafs Quran, there are more than 5,000 differences. If you compare just these two, the Wash and the Hafs, there are more than 5,000. But they don't care about it.
You see,
that is the most funny thing.
And they keep on telling the people, you see, there's only one Quran. You see,
there's only one Quran. That is not true. is not true. Yes,
It's not
Sakadi
true.
said that there are holes in the narrative, but right now they want to murder him. Just recently, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, one man, one Indian man, they just attacked him.
They have attacked him. Yeah, I know.
For writing the satanic
George,
verses.
hold on small, okay?
Hold
on small, because somebody is on the phone. Hello, who is speaking?
Beto, Kennedy, me free UK.
Kennedy from UK. Okay, Kennedy.
I'm in a damn friend and I'm a see me where you okay.
Yeah, me kai bibisa, yeah.
Kenya guy no na ukatu we this is translation. This is translation. So admittedly no, someone who said translation is different from the original book no. Omu use the same logic my Bible na.
The hypocrisy and the double standard, no, okay? It is like they will ask you a question about the Bible. How can God do this? How can God do this? But say, okay, Allah say on also on sign and that's all shin. Well, we don't want to imagine this. We don't go there. We don't think about this. That's what they say.
Just a double standard they are okay to justify their book with any means. But when Omufa Bible, different translation, the book was said Christo Paul Bible be pray, and then you try to explain to them almost no. Huh? Because one word, Ubefa King James, Ubefa NIV, Ubefa different translation, no, more different word. But I don't say the Bible is corrupt because original Greek language or Hebrew language, it is the same thing. So the nature of Monsa double standard now munjai now you say one logic near the apply for Kulana. You should apply the same to the Bible. So that we know say a hana problem no but when you try to scrutinize them no mubufu. Till them mama seven they cannot stand for the test, they can't stand for the truth. They can't.
Bothering to learn, they have just simply parroted a common way of.
Medasi emphasis was saying okay because my time on us so crap okay medasi and I think another many Japan. This is one of the time on Christians every has say I think one more friend apart from the first caller now a Muslim onunkwa na onye Christian okay Christians almost join the platform we say that's almost support okay because time on na menye Christian you know sa energy na mitiminya ya mitimi ebusebusa my questions na ebebo man bedru ha saying okay say to me nana me busa questions when I was asking let me switch back to English okay when I was asking these questions no it to me no it's like crying out for help maybe because I was asking but I never got the proper answer. So all of a sudden, then you start getting answers. It sounds good to me, and so why would I then deny it? Okay, because and all kind of teachings out there, I have tested them and see. I've seen the teachings now, and atheist teaches. I've seen the teachings of Islam. I've seen the teachings of Christianity. I've seen the teachings of Nananum. Okay, and all of them, no, to me, no, nothing compares to the Bible. To me, okay. One brother is called, but my time is up. Okay, James, I'm sorry, but I cannot pick up the call. George, I have to end the program here. Do you have something to say?
Is it me?
George, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, do you want to say something because I have to leave?
Yeah, my final thing is a God that promises me sex. I cannot follow that God because you see, even as I'm alive right now, I'm not even interested in sex that much. So if you promise me sex, you're not going to give me. So please, they should come out with something better, a better offer, not sex. You're not interested in sex. You're interested in something better, everlasting life, spending eternity with our Creator. He will give us the satisfaction. If God is able to give me satisfaction in sex, then He can give me a better satisfaction which does not involve sex. Thank you very much.
Thank you, George. Okay, thank you. I'm very, very glad and happy today. Seto SSK, please kindly share this video for us. Invite people, tag people, and learn. Okay, don't think say you as a Christian it is not necessary for you to learn anything about Islam. You are a Christian anyway. Your children are going to play with Muslims. Your children are going to be in school, maybe in a boarding school with Muslims. And trust me, the Muslims, they have been well educated how to mislead or misguide or to convince the children. Because you, as a Christian, you think you don't even know the Bible too much. So when the Muslim comes, he knows a little bit about the Bible, but how they have learned the Bible to convince those who are not who do not know their own Bible, it's amazing. So they would show you some things in the Bible, which if you are weak in mind and understanding, it will convince you to easily. And after that, then they will present to you the Quran as a one-of-a-kind book. You see the point? So they will always come and punch holes in your book. Since you yourself, you don't know anything, it will convince you. And then after that, they have made it look so ugly to you, your own book, and then they will present to you the Bible, the Quran. And then the Quran, this one is very, very God's word directly. And we go and check the book, it's a problem. Okay. So the book, the way it is not, they don't have any one book, they don't have one book. And listen to yourself.
The Quran and saying, without bothering to learn, they have just simply parroted a common way of speaking about the Quran and saying, it's 100% the way it's always been, with no variation or change whatsoever.
Our claim, the Muslim claim, has been for the last 14 centuries that the Quran is absolutely word by word preserved. Word by word.
The sense of complacency that many Muslims have gone around with, thinking that, okay, everything has been preserved, dot for dot, letter for letter.
And frankly, the Quran has been preserved, we believe, word for word, letter for letter.
Which actually is not a scholarly way of thinking about the Quran. Our scholars have always known and have always described in our classical books variations.
Have no doubt whatsoever that the Quran has been preserved to the letter.
Many Muslims have gone around with thinking that, okay, everything has been preserved, dot for dot, letter for letter.
To the dot and to the sound when we talk about this.
They have just simply parroted a common way of speaking about the Quran and saying, it's 100% the way it's always been, with no variation or change whatsoever, which actually is not a scholarly way of thinking about the Quran. Our scholars have always known and have always described in our classical books variations.
Their Quran is exactly the same.
Variations.
The Quran shall remain uncorrupted, untouched, and unchallenged until the day of judgment.
In academia, there was always a suspicion, we would really like to find a pre-Uthmanic Quran. We would like to see what was there before Uthman suppressed it all and gave us the one copy which everybody has been running around with now.
The Quran that we read is exactly the one that was given to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Word for word, letter by letter, surah by surah.
Without bothering to learn, they have just simply parroted a common way of speaking about the Quran and saying, it's 100% the way it's always been, with no variation or change whatsoever.
It was revealed to the Prophet ﷺ and preserved word by word, letter by letter, harf by harf. Even the pronunciation is preserved.
Now, in Abu Bakr's time, it was recognized that the Prophet, peace be upon him, died without leaving the Quran in a collected volume. In 1972, a mosque was being repaired in Sana'a in Yemen, and it was found that in the ceiling of the mosque, there were many old documents stashed. And among the documents, some were Quranic copies, and there was one of particular interest that came to be widely referred to now as the Sana'a palimpsest. It's an erased manuscript. So somebody had a manuscript, they wrote on it, then erased it and wrote something else over it. The lower text shows some significant variations. There are variations of words, and sometimes the sequence of a verse, is interchanged there. And the sequence of surahs, chapters, instead of going with the sequence that we have now in our documents, commonly known as the Quran. Academics want to know the history and origins of things. They want to trace developments over time. They want to see changes and evolution and so on. So that became of keen interest to them. But largely Muslims have not had much reason from a religious point of view to be bothered by this.
So I guess the question still stands, right? Like, how is it possible that there was this manuscript there, right, palimpsest, as you mentioned, when Uthman is purported to have sent out all of these manuscripts that were the official ones to different parts of the world.
Other companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, could have been compiling their own copies as well, or they could have written from their own memories, and that could be at variance with the Uthmanic Codex. If scholars were wondering, and they have wondered, like, what else is there? Like, did something...
My guy, do you hear what the Malam is saying? The Sheikh is saying, Dr. Shabi Ali is saying, and the Muslims are deceiving themselves, claiming there is only one Quran. Seto SSK, please kindly share this video for us. Invite people, tag people, and learn. Don't let anyone deceive you. It is about your salvation, your own salvation. Seto SSK, take for Mama Bye.